Welcome everybody to another important video segment. Recently, I had the opportunity to partner with one of my clients to help him become better at storytelling. My client wanted to improve his storytelling for two reasons. The first is to create better relatability and approachability to his team members, colleagues, and other key stakeholders. The current perception was that he was a very tough manager, a tough person to work with, and that he had very high expectations and standards. The second, he wanted to improve his gravitas in leadership settings and key stakeholder meetings. And he believed that storytelling was going to be a key skill for him to achieve these. Now, as it was a coaching conversation, we explored further. The first thing was what made him believe that he needed to improve his storytelling skills. The first thing was he had recently started exploring sharing personal stories with his team members to improve their bonding quotient. So every team meeting started with some form of storytelling, and he slowly discovered that the team's bonding and commitment quotient has increased. And he felt this could be utilized in larger and important settings for himself, which is in leadership settings or in customer meetings or even in important forums that he was addressing. He believed that he should apply storytelling. But what he discovered was that he was very uncomfortable to use stories in such settings. And the moment he said, I feel uncomfortable, as a coach, I wanted to use a somatic coaching approach to help him describe and discover his feelings better. And you may be curious and ask me, what is somatic coaching approach? Somatic coaching is where you're able to address some of your biggest challenges by getting insights through the lens of your physical state, which is your body. Now, as my coachee explored further, he discovered that every time when he was in such settings, which was in leadership settings or in customer settings or in key forums, he was getting pearls of sweat in his face, which was made him very uncomfortable. And on further exploration, he discovered that the reason this happened is because he was having the problem of losing face. He did not want to lose face. He was feeling that the standards that he had set for himself was coming in the way of him allowing himself and giving himself the permission. Having gained this level of awareness and clarity to his fears, we explored further and he came up with three insights, and these were three moments of insights for him on which he started taking action. The first was to say storytelling need not be a long story. Stories can be short. They can be as simple as recalling a powerful moment together that can create the necessary bond with people that you are addressing. The second is consciously curating a story bank. What you see, you curate and improve the peripheral vision to start looking at stories beyond what is in your level of sight. The third is, which was a very good insight, was he believed that I will no longer be having sweat on my face if I created a partnership with my audience. If it was a level playing ground, an equal level playing ground, then I would not feel the pressure. So people will no longer judge me and I'm going to be able to freely share my stories and create better bonds and create a larger impact with my audience. Now, having said this, he wanted to explore a missed opportunity. So he recalled a recent customer meeting where he was asked to meet a most important stakeholder, and he had joined. The stakeholder was new to the organization and he missed creating that bond. And now on recalling, he said, what if I had the opportunity to recall the previous win or the value that I had created for the customer, and said, I feel like creating more such value with this new stakeholder, and therefore forge the bond, and I could have done this meeting better. So simply recalling a powerful moment from the past is a great story to start the new relationship. Another narrative that he wanted to explore with me was for a very important team meeting that he had missed creating that bonding moment. And he said that day morning that he was able to come to office, all the traffic signals or lights turned green at the right instances, and what would have normally taken him 50 minutes, he was there in office 20 minutes. And he said, I could have used that. I was very happy, and I could have used that simple narrative to start the meeting and showcase to people the possibilities that we have in front of us and create that transfer of energy and confidence. I could have done that. And so, having the safe environment in a coaching conversation, my coachee was able to reflect on how he could use simple stories in situations where he had not done it in the past, but going forward, he was going to consciously do. The reason I wanted to bring out this video is for all of you to reflect on some of the aspects we discussed in this video: somatic explorations, getting to start discovering the power of storytelling, and see what it can do for you. All the very best.